All right, so first things first is the next 2 weeks, Paula and I have events, Richard, on 26th of September and October 3rd. Mm-hmm. She invited us to something that I don't know why we're going.
Look,
and now we're also
felt bad.
Right, and then we're also going to William Marr. So are you guys going to do the show without us? Or do you want to do it?
It's up to you, guy. Do you
Michael want to do the show for 2 weeks without me? Yeah, well, what I'm saying is that I won't be here for 2 weeks. You can be sitting in the seat and host the show for 2 weeks.
I'm lousy at hosting the show.
But do you want to do it and get better and learn?
Yeah, why not?
You're old, man.
Sure.
You can't. Old dogs can learn new tricks.
That sounds great. I hope.
Why don't you just say you're excited about it?
Look at how hurt Kenny is now.
He has no ride here. He can't be here for the next 2 weeks. He has no ride.
You're not going to be here either.
Unless you want to pick him up. That's way far away, though.
Wow.
Do you want to go pick him up and give him some brandy? He's not coming next week.
He's 15. He doesn't drive.
Just you and Richard and Tom. But you can bring guests on. You have a lot of friends, right?
None of them are going to be here except for Richard.
Are you excited about the opportunity to host the show the next 2 weeks?
Conversation.
Why don't you try it next week and see if it works?
I think you should.
You should try it next week and see if it works. And then you can do both weeks in a row the next 2 weeks.
Maybe we can set
just
something
you.
up.
Oh, phone calls. Phone calls, too.
And you got phone calls.
You can call anyone you want. Yeah, so you, Richard,
we can call
and
your
Tom.
exes.
Can we call Donald Trump?
Call the exes, like Amy. You can call Amy up.
Oh, yeah.
She's been on the show before. She knows the drill.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
There's nothing better to have on the show than a hang-up sound. Amy, who's this? Click. And
you call her, but it's Richard's
television.
Yeah, but it's Richard's. Yeah, it would be good television.
I think it would be
Remember
good
last week when
television.
Ken went ballistic? When you like to go? When you like to call your ex on the air, who used to be a regular on the show? Who she was a special part of the show. Am I right, Paula?
Yes.
She was special, and then she left. And why did she leave you?
Because of me.
Because of you. You left. You made Amy leave.
You left. See, I'm the consolation prize.
Anyways.
No, I like you better.
So that's the first thing. No. First things first. So Michael will take over for me for 2 weeks, and then my close friends Jill and Todd are here tonight. Let's give a round of applause for Jill and Todd. They're not on camera because they're camera shy, but they're just wonderful, wonderful, wholesome people. They're here chaperoning their son.
I think they're a little scared of us.
They are? Are you scared of us? No, what's to be scared of? Are we regular people? This guy, Hayden, they're chaperoning him because they couldn't let him come here alone. That would be.
Well, I didn't have a car. I didn't have a car.
Well, you could have bused or biked or walked or something. Got a ride.
Well, I live
got a ride from a friend.
20 minutes away.
Oh my God! 20 minutes away.
Greg rode his bike here 3 weeks ago.
I rode my bike here 3 weeks ago.
Kenmore.
From Kenmore. Don't tell me you couldn't get here. What are you talking about?
But he's got a guitar, too.
Anyways, he's a guitar virtuoso. Now, who told you you were a guitar virtuoso?
A nun.
A nun?
No,
what?
I don't know.
A nun told you?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, you're not a guitar virtuoso.
Let's let his guitar speak for him.
Was it Wicked's sister?
It was the person that introduced you to me.
When did you start playing guitar? In the womb?
What?
In the womb?
No.
Out of the womb. At what age?
At like age 9.
At like age 9? Do you mean at age 9?
Yes.
Okay. Don't do that light thing, man. Don't get caught up in that. You're 15.
Don't do that
man
thing, man.
Don't do that man thing, light thing, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Come on.
You know.
Now, usually the show features Ken saying horrible, horrible things that we can't repeat, right? He usually does that. But unfortunately, he can't do that tonight because he doesn't have any booze.
Yeah.
So he's got So he's got to just say.
Should have stayed home.
Oh,
told me
my.
ahead of time.
We never discussed it.
Yeah, you did last week.
What did I say? Every week I'm going to bring you booze?
That's why you're keeping it here.
No, I don't have it here. I took it home.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Yes, he did.
Yes, I did.
Oh, that's
I saw
good.
him do it.
Oh, my
Great.
God. And usually Michael says horrible things about his love life, but we can't talk about that tonight. Yeah. And then Richard usually says horrible things about philosophy and poetry and, right? Usually say a lot of horrible things. And I call you a blank. Remember last week? I said you're a blank.
Last week you read a poem.
Remember that? I called you a blank last week. Yeah, don't say that on the air. Hayden's here.
No, it wasn't the big.
Jeez, what's wrong with you? Let's keep this clean. So, Richard, last week I called you a blank. Remember that?
A blank.
Remember I called you a blank last week? And Ken said I was being mean and cruel. And I thought, treat Richard mean and cruel. Treat him mean and cruel, but love him. Throw him out the window. Throw Richard out the window, but love him. Maybe you want to go. You like Elvis, Hayden?
Yeah, I like him.
Of course you do. Remember the day he died in 1977?
I don't remember. I wasn't alive.
Maybe no, before he got reincarnated.
I didn't
This
know
is
he-
not your first life. You don't think this is your first life, do you?
I don't know.
You were probably the king of Prussia in the 14th century, right, Richard?
King of Prussia's in
The king
Pennsylvania.
of Prussia in the 14th century?
I don't know who is that. Frederick the Great?
Yeah, of course. Obviously.
Oh, everybody knows
Everybody
that.
knows that, Richard. What are you're just grasping at straws here?
First grade.
Obviously, right,
First
Paula?
grade we
we all
learned
know
that.
that's like saying who's the first president of the United States. I mean, come on.
I was married to him back then.
You were
To the
married to him?
president of the.
So now you're married to your father. I'm your father.
That's right. You're Chester.
I don't want to freak you, Jill and Todd out, but my wife's over there, and I'm her father. I mean, from a previous life, of course. I was reincarnated.
Yeah.
He croaked in '64. He saw the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show, and he said the decline of Western civilization in his hand, and then he croaked 5 days later on Valentine's Day. That's
Yeah.
romantic for your wife, your widow. And then she probably remember that the rest of her life,
Then
right?
he
Your
was
mother.
born right after that.
So Hayden, I think it's appropriate at this juncture to have you play some of your virtuoso guitar, and we'll all listen. We'll all listen carefully. Just wing it like you always do. Go ahead.
Okay.
I got the blues.
Sing it, Paula. Sing it.
That's beautiful. So are you playing with other musicians?
Yeah. On this Sunday, I'm playing at the 12th
The 12th?
Music Hall.
Yeah, I know. Thanks for that hint of, it's, the 12th Music Hall. Oh, that's different. Yeah, that's beautiful. With who?
Well, it's at 7 p.m. and it's with. I'm playing with JFT.
Oh, JFT.
And
He's
that's
good.
Jerry Flute and Tony.
Oh, of course. Yes.
It's made up of Jerry Livingston, Flute Johnson,
Oh, it's 3 different people,
and Tony Rhodes.
and they're allowing you to sit in. Are these adults?
Well, no, it's like I'm playing with them, and it's like they're playing as my band, and then this soul singer, she's playing with her band, Trinity Band.
So they're playing as your band. These are adults.
Yeah, they're adults.
So 3 adults are backing you up as your band.
Yes.
Wow, it's like the Hayden Quartet.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, what do you have a name for it?
It's just Hayden and JFT.
Of course. So why would 3 adults play with you? Just because you're a virtuoso?
We just enjoy playing music together.
I mean, how did you hook up with them? On the streets?
I've just met them through other musicians.
Wow, so there's like a whole network of musicians out there.
Yeah.
Have you heard of my musical work?
I haven't.
Oh. Treat me cruel, but love me. So what? That's on Sunday.
Yes.
All right. So will this be up by Sunday, Richard? So it doesn't matter.
Be up this evening.
It'll be up this evening. So this is really not good advertising at all for your gig Sunday. Well, who's talking?
Next Sunday.
Oh, it's next Sunday. Is it 27th?
Yeah, the 27th at 7 p.m.
Oh, so it's 8 days away. We got lots
So
of time.
you can
So
reference this on your Facebook
the 12
page.
people that see this show, 0 people will go to see you, but at least we're acting like it's a promotion, right?
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
Right?
Right.
Right? Sure? Right?
Sure.
Ken?
Sure.
I believe
We
more
don't know
than
how many
12
people are gonna watch it.
will see
No,
the
12
show.
is just a random number I threw out
12
there.
is a
It could be
random
0, it could be 12.
Could be
He's
60.
had shows with 100 views.
Well, but we've also had shows with 0 views. Those.
No, you never had a show with 0
Oh,
views.
never.
What
Yeah,
about
because
when-
why? Because Michael watches them over and over and over.
I do.
So that goes up. That's cool. So what kind of material? You're not going to wing it with the 3 adults, are you? Like you just did
Oh.
this now.
No.
So why don't you play one of those numbers that you're not winging it on? And what would you play that you're not winging? A song that you wrote, or a song? Do you have songs that you wrote?
I just had they're just melodies.
So are you going to play these melodies that you came up with the 3 guys playing behind you?
Well, I've heard them from other people and kind of putting your own spin on it and making it like you, like Hayden Fogle.
But do you know songs by any other people besides yourself?
Like
Yeah.
Why don't you play one of those right now?
Blackbird's cool.
Like a song that I'm playing Sunday, or just any song?
Yeah, like can he play a song that he knows, or that will YouTube not? Will they actually notice? And they're not going to notice him playing an acoustic guitar song or something, right?
I don't think it'll matter.
No. So why don't you play? Do you have a song that you're going to play that someone else wrote that you're going to do on Sunday the 27th?
Well,
It's only a half hour.
It's a yes
show.
or no.
It's a half-hour show, Hayden.
It's a yes or no.
Yeah.
Okay. How would you just play a song that you do know that was written by somebody else?
that's fine.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
What could you play?
I can do a BB King song.
B.B. King. So you're a bluesy. Why don't you say you're a blues artist? Let's just get right to the facts here.
Yeah.
I saw B.B. King in 1987 at Art Park in Lewiston, New York. And at the end of the show, for the last half hour, they had an MC come out, and he kept yelling for the last half hour in between every song, "Mr. B.B. King! Mr. B.B. King!" That was the whole last half hour of the show. And now B.B. King's dead.
No, he's not.
He is too!
He
What?
died.
Yes!
Did he? To when?
2 weeks ago!
I missed it.
Well, you're really on top of pop
crap.
culture. Is B.B. King dead, Richard?
Yes.
Okay. See, he's a death aficionado. Richard
Well, I saw a thing
always
that said Chuck Norris was dead too, and it was a hoax.
and Terry Gilliam was dead, but unfortunately he's still
And it was
alive.
a hoax. So BB
Richard,
King
why are
thing,
you always checking the obituaries? Is it because you're old and you want to see the other people that are dying off?
I would prefer to say I watch the news.
Of course. Of course you do. So you don't pay any particular attention to death.
No, it's not a fascination.
No, you don't. You're not.
But
even
I mean, if you ever watch CBS Sunday Morning,
Oh, I do.
Oh, I do.
love
I
that
love that
show.
show.
they
Oh,
always
it's
tell you when
I
somebody
love-
dies.
I love that
Always.
always, it's usually Andy Rooney dying.
How many times has he died now?
Oh.
15?
including his shows.
Including. So this is the B.B. King number.
Yeah.
So B.B. King's kind of like you, though. He didn't really. Did he write? Did B.B. King write?
Oh,
Michael?
yeah.
He did.
He
Of course
did?
he did.
Oh,
He
yeah,
wrote those.
He wrote those songs for
all those
Back to the
catchy.
Future.
He wrote the Back to the Future songs.
Yeah.
Those are not film
Which
scores
ones?
though, so it's not that good.
Which
I like a
one?
nice film score.
But what about Ringing a Bell?
Ringing the Bell?
Yeah.
So what number are you doing by B.B. King right now?
Thrill Is Gone.
The Thrill. Oh, this big one. The
Oh, I
Thrill's
like
gone.
this one.
Now, do you call your guitar anything like he called his guitar Lucille? Do you call it like Deborah or?
Just a guitar.
Oh, don't you think you should name the guitar right now, and then later on we'll have this video 50 years from now when you're out doing the blues circuit. And
What
you're
would
80
you name it?
I clap,
Hayden,
nobody
I think
clap.
you should name your guitar Hayden,
Oh, like the classical.
like the classical composer.
Yeah.
I would call it Dog. Dog. My guitar, Dog.
Doug.
Because,
Doug.
Because it's God backwards.
Call him Doug. Call the guitar Doug.
There you go.
Don't go with the women's name. That's so obvious.
Where's
Go
the
with
influence for that name, though?
You know, all the great blues musicians named Doug, like Doug King and
Oh,
Doug.
Doug? I thought you said dog.
I did
He
say
did,
Dog, but
but I
then
said
Michael
It's
had the
Doug.
nerve to change that. I mean, change
Well,
it to
there's
Doug.
a comic strip called Dog Eat Doug.
Dog Eat Doug. Yeah, that's Ken's favorite. Ken, you like that comic strip?
No.
Okay.
Hey,
why don't
do
you play
you sing? Do you
Oh,
sing?
do you sing? Are you gonna do the Thrill? The Thrill's Gone with vocals?
Oh, no.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
so you're doing all instrumentals on the 27th?
My set, but when we're going to be playing together after her set.
Oh, and then she's gonna howl at the moon with you.
Yeah.
Wow. So you don't sing.
No, I sing
What's your
while he
voice
plays.
like? No, you can't ruin it by singing while he plays. What is wrong with you, Michael?
Everything.
After Jill and Todd brought this kid all the way here, and you want to sing over his guitar playing?
Not over it, in conjunction with it.
I don't think so.
Conjunction. That's
Let's hear
another
a
word
little
out
bit of your
there.
vocals first and see if it's worthy of doing it with Hayden. Go ahead.
I'm not going to sing
Do some-
unaccompanied. I can't do a cappella.
Why not? I'm doing all acapella at my Beatle events. I sang acapella already tonight for Richard. Treat Richard mean and cruel.
Oh, that's right, you did.
Treat him mean and cruel, but love him. You like that rendition there, Richard?
You mean you don't sing to your cats?
Yeah, you sing in the shower.
No, I don't.
You know you sang acapella your whole life, singing in the shower.
No, I
Those
don't.
times you were walking down the street in Lackawanna with the Lackawanna 6. Come on.
No.
Do a little.
What?
Why would we let you sing over
have
his
video of
beautiful
that.
guitar playing if you wanted
All
to
right,
do
no,
it?
I'm not going to. It's a half-hour show. He's going to run out of time.
You're not running out of time. I'm saying, why don't you
The
just do it-
thrill is gone. The thrill is gone, babe. See how good
It's
that
pretty
is?
good. You want him to sing with you? How about this?
That's the only line I know.
How about this? We let you play the song.
Is the only line.
Why don't we let you play it alone? Then we'll talk a little bit, and then you can do let him sing over you and see if it works, if it clicks. Huh?
I mean, I'm open to anything.
You're open-minded, exactly. All right,
It doesn't matter. I just sang. I just sang.
I know.
He played. Guess who's going to mash it up next week?
But what I'm saying is, right? That's true. What he does is these videos every week. He takes this crummy stuff that we're doing right now, right? This junk. This horrible junk. This like
filth.
Drunken old man. The View show. Like we got four old men here in Buffalo and Cheektowaga, and we're like the 4 old men. The View. That should be a show on the networks. They got the View. They got the Talk.
Oh,
what about the
we
old?
We were calling it the Pew for a while.
The Pew. You got 4. I can see it on CBS or ABC. 4 old white men. Very old, very out of it. They don't know what's going on. One of them reads the news, one doesn't talk, one can sing 2 lines of a blues song, and one's an obnoxious bastard. Guess which one it is. So this is be a great network show.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, anyway, so let's hear Hayden do The Thrill's Gone alone. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm kidding.
Ooh.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Wow, that was great.
I think you are a virtuoso.
You're on fire. That's why we heard the sirens.
You know, it's funny when I met Hayden at the Larkin Square, I was with John Lombardo, guitarist from 10,000 Maniacs. And I realized that it would be hilarious. So I said to John, Hayden, maybe he could teach you about how to play guitar, John. You should have seen his face. It was really, I wish I had a photo of that. Remember that? I said, why don't you teach him how to play guitar?
And you're like, he'll teach me.
He'll teach you how to write songs. Yeah, you can teach him how to play guitar.
Does he play guitar too?
Does he play guitar too? He's been in 10,000 Maniacs for 30 years on and off. You've heard of 10,000 Maniacs?
No.
No.
It's an old group.
Beautiful.
All right, so why don't you play a little bit of the Thrill's Gone again, and then he can just jump in for 10, 15 seconds. See how good it meshes.
I didn't even recognize that.
But just let him play something again, play the same thing again, and just try to jump in.
I don't know what key he's singing in.
It doesn't matter. Let's see if he can mesh with you.
I'll sing in whatever key you play.
Yeah, because he's a great singer. Just play, and he'll mesh right in with you. Here we go. Keep it on him, though, because we need to see his vocals.
What kind?
Oh, you have to sing my vocals.
See you when you're singing, I should say. Go ahead, just play. Play the Thrill's Gone again, and let's see him jump in.
Play something different.
Yeah, play something different. Let's see him jump in. Go ahead.
All right.
And he'll just jump in. He'll make lyrics up. He's great there.
Well, I used to write a song now and then. I used to go home and pick up my pen, tear up a piece of paper, cross out some words, right in the ones that I thought sound better than theirs. I said, I learned it from Richard. You don't have to read nothing you don't write. Believe everything you read. Everything I write down, I believe. How'd you get to look so nice? Said, how'd you get to look so nice? I like that line so much. I sang it twice. Now, don't be laughing at me, because this is all improv, don't you see? Where's my friend Gordon? Thank you.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Thank you.
I would like to
Thank
say
you.
this.
That was amazing.
Nice job.
Michael is
What?
so talented.
I know.
And it's like every week we see some new talent emerge.
Every week.
Every week.
And we had no idea when Amy brought him here. We thought he was just a lump.
Just not to mention,
Remember the time you said he's a lump, Richard? You're like, this guy's a lump. What?
He's so self-deprecating.
So self-deprecating. You don't know how talented he is.
Right.
He's not an egomaniac. Like, he's not the Sal Monaco type who comes and says, I'm really great, I'm really great. And he really sucks. He's the opposite. He's self-effacing, self-deprecating, and he's really
Sal's
talented.
coming to our events.
So we're doing this, maybe have October 9th, early Friday, October 9th open, Hayden. Friday, October 9th, early evening.
What's going on then?
Well, we're doing our Beatle night of acoustic guitar music. So it'd be perfect if you and Michael together came in and did a little Beatles number. Come on, I think you could do it. That'd be beautiful. It'd be Michael's singing debut. You play in front of all our Beatle friends there. Or maybe just you could play some bluesy thing and he could do a Beatle lyric over it so you wouldn't have to, go into...
Play Blackbird.
You don't have to go into it.
Right?
I'm trying to figure it out. I know it from years
I'd love to
ago.
see you guys do Blackbird together. Wouldn't that be beautiful?
This could be the start of a new career.
Yeah.
I'm
Blackbird
speechless.
singing in the dead of night. Take
Let's
the
get
circle
together.
wings and learn to
No,
fly.
not John Lombardo.
Hallelujah. Oh, God. That was a good show, wasn't it?
I used to play that. I did. Back when I played guitar. I knew that was a good show. Is it over?
I think you two should have a name, though.
A name.
Yeah, it's a duo. You should have a name.
Doug and Dog.
Dog and Dog, of course. No, that doesn't sound good. Richard, what should they be called?
I'll give it some thought.
Think about it. Like, think about it all night long? Oh, I'm glad you got together with Judy again because after Michael dissed her last week on the show, I'm glad you still got together with her. That's nice.
And one of the first things she said when she walked in, and we were talking, a little bit, and she goes,
Right.
I hope Michael is preparing an apology for me.
Yeah, he should have a written apology with some money put inside it.
I was thinking of an artistic one.
Oh, yeah. You should do an artistic apology to Judy because you really dissed her last week.
Are we talking about Judy? I rang the bell and then I knocked.
Yeah. I rang the bell and then I went home.
And then I knock.
And then I knocked and then I went home.
Is that how you pronounce her last name? I knock?
That's how she tells people to remember
See?
her name.
I knocked. That's funny that she didn't knock. Oh, she rang the doorbell.
She rang the doorbell.
Even though her name's I knock. That's weird. If your name's I knock, shouldn't you knock? So that's beautiful. You got together with her, even though Michael dissed her. So yeah, do something artistic. It's a nice makeup thing for her because you really dissed her in a show last week. That was
Well, now that I know her, I feel bad.
You don't know her.
Well, I kind of do.
You've never
from
met
the
her.
Photo. I never saw her photo before.
Hayden, do you know someone from a photo? Is that how you know somebody?
No.
Exactly, Michael. You don't know her from a photo. You've seen photos of countless people, the strangers and celebrities. You don't know them. Isn't that kind of weird? He's getting a little weird.
Yeah, but how many celebrities complain that people think they know them?
Oh, yeah, that happens with you a lot. And people seem to think they know how you are, and they don't like the way you are.
No, I'm thinking of Bob Dylan.
Oh, Bob, right. People, they project
He
things.
gets annoyed because he thinks people know all these things about him.
They do, though.
From his music.
Well, no, but like McCartney, people know so much about him, and he always says, well, they know more about me than I do about myself. It's like they know all the facts, they know all the memories, they know all the figures, they know all the dates. He doesn't know anything. So sometimes you know more than the celebrity knows about themselves.
True.
It's true.
And I kind of think I know you better, Richard, than you know yourself.
Well, do you think all of us are just the sum total of our history and all the facts that make us up?
And a lot of them are misremembered, though, so they're no longer facts.
True.
People think they're facts, right, Hayden? You think you're remembering a fact that's not even a fact, then we'll say, Hayden, you're wrong.
He's
Yeah.
15.
the way
There's not much to remember.
Is that true?
No.
You had a lot to remember.
I remember everything I can remember.
That's That's really
What's the first memory you have?
That's a tautology.
I don't know.
Do you remember being? So you remember exactly when you were 9 years old, starting to play guitar? You remember that first day? You
I
picked it
remember
up?
picking out the guitar.
So what
with
happened?
My father.
Did Todd say, "Hey, let's go to the guitar store"?
No, I told him let's go to the guitar.
You were 9 years old and you suddenly had an inkling to have a guitar.
No, my friend had a guitar, so I wanted to get one.
Oh, you saw it. What was so great?
Did you surpass your friend?
Did you surpass him already?
Like by 10 years old.
By 10 years old.
Well, he stopped playing after like a few months.
And you kept rolling.
Yeah,
for
and
6
I'm like,
years now.
Hey, I can play this song, and he's like, oh, cool. But he never realized,
Yeah, well, you're obviously a virtuoso. He's
Well,
not
that
Your-
was a
your
happy
passion
coincidence
was greater.
that got you into
Your
the
passion was
guitar.
great. You're going to be a professional?
That's why I want to.
So you don't want to do a real job?
You know what's going to happen?
I think musician's a real job.
It's not.
You know what's going to happen?
Yeah,
is
he's going to
that-
burn out on...
You know, the guy that's with Rolling Stone.
You can keep playing.
Rolling Stone.
Rolling Stone, yes.
The guy, what's his name that
Y-
was on
Jan
the
Winter?
show?
Matt Taibbi.
Matt Taibbi. This is going to be another Matt Taibbi moment. We have him on the show. And
Oh, right. We had Matt Taibbi. This happened a few times. We had Matt Taibbi on the show, and he was nobody. And I yelled at him the whole time. Remember that, Richard?
I remember.
I was saying, "You suck, Matt." And then it turns out, lo and behold, he's got 8 bestsellers out now. And when he writes for Rolling Stone, he took over Hunter S. Thompson. When he writes for Rolling Stone, they put his name on the cover by Matt Taibbi. That's how important his writing is. It's by Matt Taibbi.
And he's a
a
frequent contributor on Democracy Now!
Yes,
Coast to
I
Coast.
know, and
Yeah.
and he's on Bill Maher's. He's on Bill Maher's show on HBO. And I was sitting here in this room saying, "You suck, Matt. You're useless." But I think I actually encouraged him, by doing that.
Have you heard any of his interviews?
No, but his writing I read all the time. He did the thing in 4 weeks ago in Rolling Stone about Trump and the Republican circuits was great.
I mean, his knowledge of economics behind Wall Street is just amazing.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
And we had him here in this room, and I thought he was unamazing, or not amazing, or whatever the wording is. But yeah, so what my wife is saying is that you'll probably become a superstar, Hayden. Not just a job, but a career. And then we'll be able to say, yeah, he was here once. You won't remember us at all, though. Because Matt Taibbi doesn't know who I am. He wouldn't know me if, And that reminds me, Jerry Sullivan. I thought he had a close personal relationship with Jerry Sullivan, right? I interviewed him 4 times, 3 times in this room. We had a great time. And then I see him on the street I see him on the street last night. We're across the street. I go, "Jerry, how's it going, buddy?" He just goes, and he walks away. And then Paula said, "Well, he didn't recognize you." That has no bearing because this guy is a local celebrity. And when a fan yells, "Hi, Jerry," to you, a fan, not me, you say hi back. That's what people do when you say hi, Jerry to some,
He said hi,
I
but
tell
it was
you
very unenthusiastic.
He didn't say anything.
May I tell you the Barney Frank story?
No.
Yes, Richard.
Can I tell the Barney Frank story?
Can Michael tell the Barney Frank story?
I don't know. Do you remember it?
Yes.
Okay.
You can tell the Barney
I
Frank
have an
story on
eidetic
one
memory.
condition, Richard.
No, he wants to tell it. Let him tell it.
I said, Richard, did I say Michael? Richard, you can tell the story on one condition. I believe he should be playing a guitar accompaniment in the background
Yes,
there.
sure.
That's right.
Okay, play some guitar accompaniment to the story.
How's the story? Is it like?
It's a sad story.
It's a story about meeting a celebrity on the street.
Yeah, so just play a celebrity in the streets kind of music behind him.
All right.
Go ahead. Play whatever you want. It
His
doesn't matter what he
delivery
says.
is always like a melancholy delivery.
All right,
The
I'll play
melancholy delivery.
All right.
Go ahead.
Okay,
start
so
and
Barney Frank writes his biography.
Right.
And he says, the bad thing about being so well known is that
Who is he?
Oh, you don't know?
No, so I don't think he's that well known. I don't know who Barney Frank is. Is he the politician?
Yeah.
Is he gay?
Yeah.
Gay politician. I'm sorry that Jill and Todd had to be here for that. You talking about it? Is this okay? Can you talk about a gay politician on the show with your son? Is that all right? All right, you're okay
He's a
with it.
congressman. He's a famous congressman.
Yeah, he's a famous congressman.
Okay.
Got all his
So he
records.
writes his biography, and in the biography he talks about, people come up to you and they just act like they know you. And he says, it can be very unnerving.
Yeah.
He says, one time he was in an airport, and a guy comes up to him and he goes, "Barney, how are you? It's been a while since we've met." And Barney just had it. He had it. He said, "Sir, I just had a bad day today. And just let me tell you a little tip on etiquette. When you're going to go up to a famous person, you should go up like this. Hello, my name is, and we've met, and I just wanted to, say hello to you." He says, that way I don't have to try to remember who you are.
Right.
And the guy says, hold on a second. I'm going to do this again, if you don't mind. Guy walks away, and the guy comes back, and he goes, Barney Frank, how are you? We met when you were in town last time. We met at the Paramount Studios fundraiser. I'm Robert Redford.